Oh, it's not. Go!
We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Ooh.
presto.
Hello,
Here
everybody.
we go. All right, here we go. Ready? I pledge
Ready.
allegiance
I pledge
to the
allegiance
flag
to the
of the
flag
United
of the
States of
United
America,
States of America,
and to the republic,
to the
for which
republic
it stands,
for which it stands,
one nation, under God,
under God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with liberty,
with liberty
and justice
and
for all.
justice for all.
I've been
Let's go
selling
with
my
that
soul,
one.
working all day, overtime
We've
hours,
been out for a while, but
bullshit pay.
we've been
Bullshit.
selling our
Been out
souls,
here and
working all
waste my
day.
life away. Drag back
That's
home,
right.
drown
This
my
is
troubles away.
Anthony,
It's
Oliver
a damn
Anthony
shame
from
what
Richmond,
the
north of
world's
Richmond.
Oliver
done
Anthony.
to
We really love
people
Oliver
like
Anthony,
me.
and he's
People
not
like
supporting
you,
any
wish I could
party,
just
Republican
wake
or
up
Democrat. So I'm
and
going to
not
back out.
be
You can play your
true.
music
No.
because we don't want to get banned for having his music on too loud, because,
You think that's what we got banned for? Yeah.
well, maybe, we're playing someone else's music, and we're supporting them, we're promoting them, but apparently we're not paying them. So
Yeah.
you got something going on over there?
We did buy their music. Yeah. Can't hear it?
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Well, it cut out. I don't know.
Are you
It is the audio is not playing.
Rick and Jeff.
Unfiltered, ladies and gentlemen. We are unfiltered. Rick's music's not playing very well, but we're going to go with it. We're going to run with it because we don't want him touching anything. We don't want to mess anything up. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to rock? We are live. How come it's not showing live? Oh, there we go. That's new. My wonderful wife is watching us. Woohoo!
Hello, Stephanie. How you doing?
Turn the audio down on that phone. Dude, your audio is terrible. I'm just saying. So your audio of your I know. Well, I'm just saying don't touch it. There
I
you
just
go.
turned it down. Turned it off. Yeah. So, yeah.
I know. I can't hear it.
We'll come back to
anymore,
that
so.
later yeah, good. So that's good. So I don't know what the reasons are. We've been on practicing for about an hour and a half, and hey, that's funny, Jeff. When you pick up your bottle,
I
the bottom of it.
I saw that. I saw that. It's like, hey,
That's bricks.
there you go.
You got bricks. Yeah, that's beautiful.
I'm drinking bricks. I don't want to support anybody, Mountain Dew or anybody like that, I thought that was awesome.
Anyway,
hey, look, I'm
it
drinking
was.
a
That's
bottle
cool. I
of
like it.
bricks. Yeah.
Yeah. So we were floating
Anywho.
around for over an hour trying to get our technical difficulties situated. We still don't have great. We got them pretty good, but not great. The music's coming out like crap. And yeah.
On my brother's side.
Oh,
my
my
side it plays
goodness.
fine, so I don't know what the heck is going on with that. So
Yeah, blah 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 blah
blah
yada,
blah
yada.
blah.
Anyways. Well, we've been a
Formerly
while
nicotine
since we've been
stained
on.
hands. Yes, it has been.
My brother and I have been being lazy, and
Yeah.
we finally decided. We've had it planned a few nights. Every night we cancel for one reason or another, but it really comes down to I think
Usually me.
Usually
me.
we're just lazy. No,
Yeah,
it wasn't you. Usually.
I'm tired. I've been
Because I'm
working
gonna
all
tell you
day.
this. Because
Selling
I'm gonna
my
tell you
soul
this.
to make a pay.
Last night when we were there, it's just so funny when you.
I love it.
I love it.
That's why I'm doing it. I love it.
Oh,
It's great. Woo! Hello, Kathy.
Oh. Hello.
Yay.
Last night when we decided not to cancel, when you said and I go, and I was pretty glad that you wanted to cancel because I wanted to cancel too. So we're just being lazy and stupid,
You know what I thought
So-
about afterwards, though? I thought we're not
What's
going to do
that?
it tomorrow because he'll be watching football all day. So that's pretty much tomorrow's another day off.
Yeah.
So-
So you said yes, thinking we
Like,
weren't
sure.
going to do it today.
Sure, why not?
Sure, whatever. Because
Yeah.
I know we're not going to do it. So it's
Whatever.
okay. We'll just say we're going to do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's good to be back on the air. It's good to
Yeah.
see my brother again, and
Good to
we
see my
talk a
brother
lot
too.
on the phone, but
Yeah,
it's really good.
we do.
Really good to see the face and stuff. So
You know, I've been
a lot
noticing we haven't
going on
been
in the
talking as
world.
much.
Go ahead.
We haven't been talking as much lately. Have you noticed that? I don't know why.
I have
But-
noticed that too. I don't know why. Maybe we
Hey,
don't
Barbara
like each other as much
Sternberg
as
is
we used
watching,
to.
and Beth Smay is
Hello,
watching.
Barbara.
They're both
Hello,
on my
Beth
feed.
Smay. And Wayne Thayer is watching. Hello, Wayne.
There you go.
So yeah.
Yeah, so
people
I
are
was
just
thinking about that the
climbing in
other day.
here.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know why we're not talking as much. So I mean, we've had some life challenges in the last couple of weeks. You know, our mom passed away, and
Yeah.
Dulcie's working in New York City, and I've been going back
Wayne
and forth
says
from
hi
California to
bots.
Tennessee.
I think he meant
Hi,
boys.
bots.
Yeah.
Hi, boys.
Hi, bots.
Boys,
Hi,
we-
hi, bot
we-
right back at
we might be AI generated bots for all you know, but the AI generated
Never
bot
know.
would not say anywhere but China. Just saying,
No,
anywhere
no,
but China.
They would not be
Those-
anywhere but China. Anywhere but
but
China.
maybe
Yes,
maybe
Wayne.
we should. We were going to
anyways,
off
yeah.
somewhere else, but maybe we should start with Xi Jinping visiting to the great state of California. So
So my first thought of this is when I saw him and Biden shake hands and walk in, it's two old, fragile men. Now, Xi Jinping is not as fragile as Biden, but they walk like they're old men. And these two people are the two biggest people in the world. And they're
two
old,
most
and they're
powerful
fragile.
men in the world. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
And
Well, they're
it's
surrounded
ridiculous
by-
that these people are making
They're surrounded by an
Right.
artillery and an armed force that will protect them, but
although
they're not
Although-
very strong themselves, So
Although what our armed forces are doing, other than floating around in the Indian Ocean there or whatever the hell they are over there, not doing anything, they keep attacking our troops.
Mediterranean
Oh,
Sea.
we blow,
yeah.
we blow up one of their buildings. Woohoo! Our president is so weak. It's unbelievable how weak he is. It truly is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
They're shooting stuff at our people, and we're going to be. What's the word they use to something?
Is it like
response?
conservative or
a leveled response or an equal response or something
Yeah,
like whatever it is. It's stupid.
It's not an
If you-
equal response. It's not an equal response.
No,
I can
it's
tell you
not.
that. So,
No, it's not. Because
Yeah,
if you're
because-
shooting at our guys, we should kill your guys. That's just the way it is. Because then you'll quit shooting at our guys.
pretty
you know?
much. Yeah,
That's just
yeah,
me, though. That's just me.
Yeah. Yep.
But anyway,
I
so
agree.
Xi Jinping
Xi
came over
Jinping,
and
anywhere but China.
met with Biden. I can only imagine how much the Biden family is going to collect from that meeting.
Oh, they already
I'm
collected, so
sure
they've
some-
already been paid. Remember, they've already been paid. So
Well, I'm sure he's asking for more though. Hey, look,
Well,
I'm really
you know.
taking some heat over here. Can you send me a few more million? So
yeah.
let's see if mine does it. Hey, mine doesn't do
Yeah.
it, brother. Mine
Well,
mine doesn't do it.
that's because you don't have the Mountain
I got to
Dew.
get a Mountain Dew. I got to get a Mountain Dew. Maybe it'll do it.
That's what you got to do,
Oh,
brother.
that's hilarious.
Hey,
That is
So
hilarious.
speaking of,
Beth Smith
speaking
says,
of
sorry
G-
to hear about your mom passing. Thanks, Beth.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Thanks.
She had Alzheimer's, and I'm sorry that she's gone. I miss her a lot around here. I really do.
Yeah,
Because she lived with me for the last 5 months before she passed away. But I look at it big picture that it's probably better that she went the way she did instead of going through the whole Alzheimer's phases and got to the point
Right.
where, because she still, if you talk to her for 5 minutes, she sounded like she was all there. And then if you
Yeah.
talked to her for more than 5 minutes, you could tell something was wrong.
Right.
But yeah, so I miss my mom, but in big picture, it was probably better that she went the way that she did instead of going through the
Yeah.
whole Alzheimer's thing.
Yeah,
But,
and we'll get
so
to
thanks,
see her
Beth.
again.
Appreciate
We
that.
will get to see her again.
Yes, we will.
She's with Jesus right now, and she's got a 2.0 body,
Yes.
and she's seeing things that we can only imagine. So when we go to be
So-
with Jesus, then we'll get to see those things too.
So I had a dream about my mom about a week ago, and
Nice.
so she was in her old house where her and my sister lived. She had a nice fit body. She still was aged. She wasn't young. She was still aged, but she had energy. She was talking. She was
Right.
sweeping the floor. We started talking. Next thing you know, we're sitting down on the couch, and and she's talking to me about gold-toed socks. She always used to talk to me about gold-toed socks.
Oh,
And when
my
I woke up,
gosh.
I remembered the dream, and I thought to myself, "Mom's okay. She really is. She's doing well."
Yeah, she is.
So,
All right,
what's
my
Kathy
wife
say?
says Grammy's probably seeing some amazing things and singing away. Yeah, I don't know if they have karaoke up there in heaven either, but I think they just sing. They sing, sing to the Lord and sing
Yes.
sing praises unto the Lord.
Yeah.
So, and her special effects are awesome.
And she like Mountain Dew.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's my special effect.
I love it. I love it. That's awesome,
Oh,
man.
excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
So let's
anyway,
get
so
back-
Xi Jinping came over, visited with Biden, and they had their 4-hour meeting. And she's singing with the angels. Yes, she is, Wayne. So Xi Jinping comes over, and like I said, I saw the two shake hands, and they walked in, and all I could think of, they're two old men, and they're the two most powerful men in the world. They're walking in, they're making these decisions. Well, then after that meeting, Xi Jinping goes to someplace else in San Francisco, where these business people paid $40,000 to get in to talk to him personally from American business people talking to Xi Jinping, because they don't care
in
that doing
America
business with China. They don't care that doing business with China hurts America as long as they make money doing it. And that's where we have to say anywhere but China. Anywhere but China. I can't say it enough.
Hey, but
Anywhere but China.
you have to give Gavin Newsom some credit. Gavin Newsom, the great governor of the state of California, he, for the first time in 6 years, has decided to clean up the streets of San Francisco so that the homeless population disappeared and there's no feces covered streets. Well, I don't think they did. I think
they moved to Oakland.
I think they disappeared them, to be honest with you. But yeah. So, they're in the Japanese internment camps in the Midwest or mid California country. When they had all those Japanese internment camps. They decided to reopen them for the homeless people and give them a really nice home to live in. So free hots and a cot, 3 hots and a cot. All right,
3 hots and a cot, and free drugs too, I'm sure. So.
Well, that's just a given, and if they want a sex change, they'll pay for that too. So
absolutely.
I'm going to digress here for a second, but every time I think of this now,
here we go. I'm right off the rails. We're going. Okay.
This is gonna be my first thought every time. All these wackos out there that are saying that they're transgender and this gender, cisgender, bigender, whatever. They want to get their sex change. What are they getting sex change to? There's one of 2 options: male or female. Oh, where did that come from? Did you?
Where did that come from, brother? I did not do that. What? That came on your screen. What'd you do?
I don't know. Male or female? One of 2 options: male or female.
One of 2 options.
I don't know. Happy birthday. I don't know. That was so bizarre. That's a feature that we don't even know how to use. I'd love to play it again, but I don't know how. What was I saying?
And the one balloon came up looking like bricks, like your Mountain Dew bottle.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, where the heck is that coming from? And then there's a bunch of different colored balloons. So, wow, we are really getting sidetracked. So back to the solution, gender solution. You want to get a sex change? You got one of 2 options: male or female. Oh, that's it. Look, male or female, male or female, male or female.
Male or female. It doesn't work on my side, only on your side.
Put your 2 fingers up. Male or female.
Male or female. Male or female. No,
say one of 2 options: male or female.
One of 2 options: male
one
or
of 2
female.
options: male or female. Woo. No, I can't do it now. Oh well, maybe somebody's doing it for us, and we don't. Somebody's totally spoofing us. That's great. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so we have clean streets in San Francisco. Oh, did you see the limo carrying Xi Jinping almost ran over the Marine Corps guard?
I did not see that. No.
So he's pulling up to the place where
he's just two celebrations. Release the balloons.
2 celebrations. Yep, got 2. Hey, look, there's no celebration. No celebration. Say celebration. Two
Yeah, but you didn't say
celebrations.
that before.
2 celebrations. There you go. Oh, I think my wife is doing it. Are you doing it?
Kathy's
honey?
doing it.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh,
That's
that's
awesome. I
beautiful,
love
Kathy.
it.
Love you, man. Love you. That's
Here,
awesome.
I'm
Put it on
gonna
my
go
side.
back. I'm gonna go back to this.
Yeah, there you go. Anyways,
We need to get
so the
Mountain Dew
limo
for an
almost ran
advertising.
over the Marine Guard.
Yeah, he
No, she
actually
said,
had
"No,
to
I'm
step
not."
back. He had to step back. So the Marine Guard had to step back. Because I'm like,
Oh, really?
dude, you are in a limo and you're about to hit a U.S. Marine Corps guard. He's literally standing on the end of the red carpet to open the door and welcome Xi Jinping. And the driver obviously is trying to hit him. Because I mean, he's like he swung wide, so he went literally 4 feet up on the carpet. So the Marine stepped back and missed him, and then he stepped forward to open the door. But I'm like, it's only because the Marine
Did the
Corps
Marine pull
has.
his gun out.
Well,
Pull his
he's
sidearm.
probably.
Hey, back up, buddy.
That's what I would have done. Probably been in trouble for
Yeah,
that,
exactly.
but whatever.
Yeah, you think?
So we can
Anyway.
beat the Chinese dead horse. Let me so 2. We got 2 celebration. 1 or 2. We got male or female. We can't do it again. My wife says she's not doing it. So male or
Yeah.
female. Male or female. Nope, not doing it.
Anyway,
Hey, we tried.
so yeah,
We tried.
we could go down this road, but obviously the business people in our country don't care anything about our country as long as they're making money. And,
Well, they're
and
making money, so
they must be thinking in their mind, if they make China the biggest place in the world, that China's going to welcome them in with all their ideas. No, China's going to steal your freaking ideas, people.
yeah,
They've
they're
already
already
been doing
stealing their ideas. So
They steal our intellectual property all the time.
yeah,
And these business people, oh, that's okay. Let me do some business. Here's 40 grand. Let me do some business with you.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Double Johnny Cash is what they really need. No, if you go to Amazon.com and you look up Millennium Falcon, Lego Millennium Falcon, right? The Lego Millennium Falcon, there's like 3 different models, right? There's like $198, $75 one.
Watching. Hello, Barry.
Hello, Barry.
Go ahead, yeah.
And there's a bigger one that's like $800 or whatever. But then there's another one. It's like like 150, and I'm like, what's this one? And I looked at it, and it's like Lego bricks. It's made from some company in China. It doesn't say Lego on it. It doesn't say Star Wars on it, but it is a Millennium Falcon, and it's being produced and sold on Amazon Prime. So they're already stealing the intellectual property of the United States of America. They don't give a crap about it.
And they've been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
I don't remember Reagan saying anything about it. I remember Clinton saying something about it. I remember Bush saying something about it. I remember Obama saying something about it. I remember Trump saying something about it.
Right.
And Biden, that China's stealing our intellectual property. Of course, when Biden said, I thought, they're not really stealing it. They're buying it from you, Joe. So, that's what.
Well, they're paying him for it. They're not buying it from him, but they are paying him for the ability to steal intellectual property.
Paying him to make sure that he doesn't go after him. Yeah. So, but
because he got all those offshore companies, that
anywhere but China.
Yeah, anywhere but China. All right. So next, what was next on our list? So we covered Xi Jinping. We covered China. We covered
people back in Bin Laden.
Oh yeah. So on October 7th. On October 7th, you have the biggest massacre of Jews in the world since the Holocaust, right? And you got all these idiots that are coming out about free Palestine and free this and free that. And then you suddenly, like last week, I think it maybe started Wednesday or Thursday, I don't remember. But they started, these kids found, and amazingly enough, it started on TikTok. Wow, I wonder how that happened.
Imagine that.
TikTok, China, whatever.
TikTok.
So these kids are reading this 2-page letter that Osama bin Laden wrote to America. Hey Stan, how's it going? He wrote to America after the attack on America on the Twin Towers in New York, right? And all these things about how they deserved it and they suck as a people, as a nation, blah blah blah. And these teenagers are reading this thinking, yeah, we support Osama bin Laden. I'm like, Osama bin Laden's dead as far as we know, unless Barack Hussein Obama lied to us about that. And he was basically anti-American. So if you're supporting anything that he says, you're supporting anything anti-American. So why are you here? Right. If you don't like our country so much, why don't you leave? Go somewhere else.
So there was one girl on there that I saw a lot of, and this girl was saying about, you should just go read it. It's only 2 pages long. First, it's not 2 pages long. It's like 8 pages.
And that's what I say.
I said, you should go read it. You should go read it. It's only 2 pages long. And then she goes, I'm going through something and I need somebody else to feel my pain or and I'm like, she's one of these coddled little brats who, if her feelings get hurt, she needs a safe space. And this is what our country's coming to. It really is. On TikTok, our kids on TikTok see all this bullshit. Okay. If you go to China on TikTok, their kids are learning how to do stuff on TikTok.
Disassemble handguns and firearms and stuff like that. Yeah.
All that stuff. They're learning that as kids over there, and over here, they're telling us we don't want you to have guns. Okay. And then you got this idiot woman. I don't know how old she was, but she wasn't real old. And she just sounds like a whiny baby. Oh, you made me. Oh my gosh. I just want to reach through the thing and slap her in the mouth.
It wasn't the same one that was complaining. Right. No, I mean, it wasn't the same one that was complaining about a 8-hour job that she had to drive a car to, and it was so hard and took so long and traffic was terrible. And, she didn't only got 2 breaks during the day and got a lunch break. And I'm like, welcome to the life there, woman. This is how it works. You want a job, unless you want to work for yourself. You get to go to work for somebody else and you get to live by their rules. You don't like it? Then quit. Get another job. Get an education, allow you to do something else.
There was that other girl that sued her parents for being born. Because she said, I didn't choose to be born. And and now you're making me go out and get a job. I didn't choose this. And she's suing her parents for boring her, whatever.
Well, there's a 25-cent solution for that.
Yes, there is. Matter of fact, those Chinese kids are learning how to take apart those guns. They can probably put them back together.
I didn't say anything about a gun. I did not mention that. I just said
you're talking about the bullet. I'm sure.
Again, I did not say anything about that. I did not mention
anywhere with China.
Anywhere but China. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I mean, look, life is hard and it's not fair. There's nothing fair in life. You either work and earn something or you don't, right? And there's nobody's going to give you anything. You get a college degree and they're telling you in college, America sucks. And, your college degree and, I can't even think of some, lame, stupid thing, the liberal arts of, zip tying, bonsai trees or something like that. Well, I can't get a job with my liberal arts zip tying bonsai trees. I don't know what's wrong with that. I spent, $150,000 getting my 4-year degree so I can learn how to zip tie bonsai trees, and nobody wants to hire me. Well, maybe you ought to get a job doing like banking, accounting. So this, I'm going to totally jump off the rails here. I was going to the grocery store this morning, right? And there's a guy that's in front of me and then myself, and there's a guy up there. He's got one of those pads, like he's, wants you to sign a petition or something, right? So he comes running up to the guy in front of me, and I'm kind of laughing because I'm assuming this is going to be funny, right? And he's like, hey, we're starting a petition to make sure that all the kids in high school take a class that teaches them how to, do their checkbook and learn finances and stuff like that. I was like, good luck. You can't even get them to do the stuff they're supposed to do now. You're going to impose on them the responsibility to learn how to write a checkbook. And, oh, by the way, isn't that the parents' job? Shouldn't the parents tell them how to do that or show them how to do that, or teach them how to do that, teach them some financial responsibility. So I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I digress. I mean, I never taught
Anyway.
our kids how to do checkbooks, but I've, we did work with our kids to teach them some financial responsibility and stuff, and it's life. Life happens, right?
Yes.
You learn things
Yes.
in life. You're working, 8-10 hours a day at a job that you're like my son was working for this place. They were cleaning up dumpster areas, like, high
Yeah.
pressure washing them and stuff like that. And you can do it half-ass or you can do it full. You can either get really good kudos for working really hard or not. So it doesn't matter what you're doing, whether you're cleaning out dumpster areas or hauling trash or doing computer science stuff or whatever, programming, rocket engineering, whatever it is you're doing. If you do it well and you put your effort towards it, you'll be successful at it, right? And you'll get paid for it. People will like it, right? So anyway.
Mhm.
That's just me. And
Anyhow.
my brother says, "Hey, everyone." So there you go. My brother said, "Hey, everyone."
Well, I'm just wondering if anybody if anyone's still out there, because my screen over here shows our mouse moving, but the captions at the bottom are stuck on "but China, I would not" anyway. So I'm wondering if anybody's still out there. If someone's out there, say hey. So otherwise, we'll have to restart this thing because we might have got cut off for that.
No, we didn't get cut off.
Someone else.
We're still live.
Cut off with Whitney Houston?
We're still live
no,
right
Whitney
now.
Houston, remember? I know, but with Whitney Houston. There we go. All right, Kathy says.
There we
hey.
go. My wife says hey. So
anyways, remember all those peaceful protests that they had back a couple summers ago, and then they had these the Palestinian peaceful protests. They were all peaceful. Well, no. You want to see a peaceful protest? Look up the Jewish protest in Washington a few days ago. There's
the Israelis who, they said that. I think they said like 325,000 people or something like that.
Yeah, that might be waving it a little high, but there's a lot of people there, and they were throwing things around. They were fighting with people. They weren't doing anything. Okay, hey, that is truly a peaceful protest, people. Anybody who wants to see it, look it up.
You know where our president was? He wasn't there. You know where our vice president was?
No,
she wasn't there.
I don't know where they were, but they weren't there. But we did have some representatives.
Schumer was there. Chuck U. Schumer was there.
Chuck Schumer,
Mike Johnson,
the other guy,
Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Yeah, Mike Johnson, Barry Bruce,
and
hey Barry, how's it going?
Yes, all's well, Barry. All's well. So Jeffries, Hakeem Jeffries, he was there, and and one other Republican. But anyway,
Ted Cruz.
These four were literally holding hands. Yeah. Yes, they were literally holding hands, chanting whatever they were chanting to save Israel, whatever it was. I don't remember what it was, but it was a great moment, and it was truly a peaceful protest. It really was.
It wasn't death to Gaza, I'm sure. So
no, it was not. Oh, and so all these people are saying that Israel's what do they call them? They're calling the same thing they called Hitler, where they're killing
Nazis?
out everybody.
Nazis, yeah.
No, genocide. They're creating genocide. No, they're not. Okay. By the way, your people who you're defending went into Israel
October 7th.
Killed 1,100 people, women and children included, cutting off children's heads in front of their parents, raping women,
them,
okay,
burning them alive, cutting their breasts off.
So these are the people you're sticking up for. And you may say, well, the Palestinian people aren't Hamas. Well, the Palestinian people overwhelmingly voted Hamas in to be their government.
They voted for Hamas.
Yeah, they may not be the same, but you are palpable for this because you voted them in, and it wasn't close. You wanted them in there.
Culpable.
What did you think was going to happen? Culpable. Right. There you go. I didn't read the dictionary last night.
Palpable means that they're tasty and hungry. I can eat those kids down. I don't know.
Anyways, yeah.
Of course, they may have been doing that too. I don't know. They're burning them alive, cutting their heads off, cutting their breasts off. Raping them.
And then these idiots have the gall to say they really didn't. There really is no kidnapped people. Okay. And then they go in there and what's Hamas doing? They're hiding underneath the hospital, in the hospitals, under schools, in the schools. There's a children's park. They were in there with tunnels going underneath that. Yeah, these guys are bad guys. Okay,
Yeah.
It's not the Israelis who are bad guys. Okay, if you came to my town, right here, that I live in, and killed women and raped them and cut off babies' heads in front of their parents, I'd probably arm myself and go find you and kill you too. Okay, because that's what should be done to all you fools that did that. Okay, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways, I digress.
Well, it's akin to saying that when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor and the U.S. decided to go attack them, well, we want peace now. We want peace now because we don't want to be bombed and into oblivion. No, this is not how it works. And then you get the people like, well, you can't attack civilians. Have you looked at World War II? Do you see what we did in World War II?
Yeah.
When the Nazi German was taking over Europe, the Germans were applauding it, right? So we bombed the crap out of Germany, right? Dresden was a total civilian population, and we bombed them into oblivion, right? Because we needed them to know, all of the people needed to know, this is unacceptable behavior. You're not allowed to just take over the world and be happy about it, and then slaughter all the Jews and be happy about it, right? We took all their paintings, we kicked them out of our societies, we took away their jobs, we took away their houses, we stole their paintings, or we took their paintings for ourselves, right? That is not what a civilized nation does. And if you're supporting that, then you deserve to be bombed into oblivion. So when they talk about, the civilians of Palestine, the fact that we're letting them escape from the South is amazing. And by the way, why are any of these Muslim nations wanting to take the people from Gaza, the Palestinians? Why don't they want to take them?
Because they know they'll cause trouble.
Yeah,
that's my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
How many? Here's the way I look at it. I've said this for a long, long time. Okay, not all Muslims are bad people. Okay, but there is a good many of them are. Okay, that are have this feeling
Uncle Jimmy.
Hello, Uncle Jimmy. That will let's kill all the Jews.
Israelis.
And the next would be the. Then the next would be the Americans because
Christians,
they're
Jews,
infidels,
Christians, everyone else, and all in the other infidels.
Yep. So here's my point: is this? They're the ones that bring religion into this. They're the ones that say it's my religion that says I have to kill you.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, we are going after Muslims. Okay, not all Muslims, but here's my point. My point is this, and I've been saying this for a long time. How come their good Muslims don't turn in the bad Muslims?
It's a good question.
And if you're not, then you're not on my side.
Right.
Okay, that's the way I look at it.
There are some. I mean, there are some. There's not a whole lot, but there are some. That are that don't like the guy who was the son of the Hamas leader, right? He deserted the Hamas, and he's in the U.S. and he's speaking out against them.
Yeah.
Right. So there are some people that do it, right? But you know what the response from those people in Hamas is going to be if they ever see that man, right? They're not going to praise him. They're not going to support him. They're not going to say, hey, you got free will. You can do what you want. No, they're going to kill him. They're going to probably behead him when he's alive. They'll cut off his arms. They'll do whatever they can to make him suffer before they kill him.
Kenny.
Hey, Kenny, how's it going? Oh, my gosh, we're back. Yes, we are. Back in the saddle again.
My point of that rant a little bit was basically these people, the Palestinians who voted Hamas in overwhelmingly, knew that they were building tunnels underneath the hospitals. They knew all this stuff's going on, yet they never told anybody about it. Now, the Israelis knew, because I've heard this before, that they have a vast tunnel system. So they knew
300 miles or 500 miles. Yeah.
Sat there and said, "Oh, it's okay. Let it happen. It's okay." You know who's oppressing us? The Israelis, not you guys. The Israelis. So you just go ahead and keep digging those tunnels because the Israelis are oppressing us, even though that's not true either.
Yeah.
You have your own government.
Michelle
so your own
Cuevas is
government's
watching.
ones-
Hello, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle. Anyways, that's what I think. If you're not with us, you're against us. That's the way I
Yeah.
look at that.
Yep.
When
And
it comes to that.
and the fact that you have the freedom in this nation to be able to raise a Palestinian flag is because you have freedoms and rights in this nation, right? So here's the thing I think is fascinating, right? When the whole Antifa movement was happening, right? They're all rebelling against the country and they're peacefully protesting. They're all wearing masks. They don't want anybody to know who they
Yes.
are, right? The same thing with
No,
these
they don't.
Palestinians. They're wrapping their face with a Palestinian flag, right? I think the first thing that we should be doing is we should be ripping off their face mask and taking pictures of them, right? And then if they
Yes.
want to resist, then we'll give you some resistance. Okay, you want to do that route? Then we'll go that route. We prefer you didn't, but if you want to protest, protest. I don't care. Show us your face.
Mhm.
You don't want to show your
Yes,
face? Don't
exactly.
protest. Get the heck out of here. Go back to Go. By the way, go to
Well, there's-
Palestine. Go to Gaza and raise your rainbow flag and say that you're a
Yeah, see how that
transgender
works out
in
for you.
Palestine, right? They will
Yeah.
they will kill you instantly. They will not support you.
No,
they
that's
will
what I was
not
gonna say.
praise you.
That's-
They will kill you.
About that woman who I just mentioned earlier, I forgot to mention that if she went to where they are, she wouldn't be dressed like she was. She wouldn't be able to speak up like she was.
Right.
Okay, she'd be treated like a secondhand citizen. Yes, she still wants them to be whatever.
Head to toe burqa.
And Israel is so Israel was heading in and they're fighting and people are screaming, oh, they're going to get in the hospital. They're going to go to the hospital. And well, you know why they got to go to the hospital? Because Hamas hides behind patients and doctors and underneath the hospital. They hide them.
And their headquarters.
That's the only
is
way to get them out. And to prove it, when Israel got there, they showed everybody, the world, that they found munitions there, everything there. So
well, that was
everything
probably
they said was
planted. That was probably planted by the Israelis, the IDF forces, right? So
yeah,
and
that, but whatever.
I totally doubt it too. I'm being facetious. I'm digressing, but it's like, let's see, what does Kenny say? Last time I checked, it was a war crime to hide behind innocent civilians. Yes, it is. It is a war crime.
Yes,
it's also
war
a war crime to enter your military personnel into an ambulance and try to transfer yourself across the battlefield. That is a war crime, right? And this is what these Hamas people are doing. They're trying to use the goodwill of soldiers to deceive the soldiers and to attack the soldiers. So when you load up into an ambulance and the IDF blows the ambulance off the face of the planet, you can't be crying, oh, they're shooting ambulances. Yeah, they're full of Hamas. Mm-hmm. We should shoot those all day because as soon as you enter that ambulance is no longer protected under the Geneva Convention. And that's in the Geneva Convention. So, all right. So Ken says,
I gotta wonder.
So if I tore their masks off, yes, I would probably be arrested for assault. Kenny, you're right. But I mean, why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Right? If you're so bold that you want to protest and you want to climb a side of a light pole and take down an American flag so you can put up the Palestinian flag, why are you hiding your face? Show your face. Do it with boldness. Do it with confidence, right? Yeah. You're doing it because you don't want anybody to know and you want to think that you're so brave, right?
Well, there's COVID. They got to be careful, So.
I don't think they've mentioned anything about COVID, so I'm pretty sure that's not why it is. But yes, and they are cowards.
Yes, they are cowards, Michelle. Yes, they are.
Yeah. So I don't know if you saw that video. There's a video of I'm assuming he's a Palestinian type guy. He's a Muslim type guy. He's walking through the streets of New York and he's pulling down all these signs that say the missing people. And these two New Yorkers come up to him and say, what are you doing? You can't tear that down. Look, MFR, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah. Get the heck out of here. And he's like stunned, somebody's standing up against him. And then another guy comes and joins him. Is like, dude, you are about to get a New York City beat down right now. You better stop it. And I was like supporting those guys 100%. Bring out the Long Islander beat downs. Let them happen.
I saw another one where a girl was tearing them down, and somebody started questioning, and she said, They didn't take any hostages. They didn't take any hostages. Like, this is what these people think. They're just crazy.
Yeah.
They've been brainwashed. They really have.
Yeah, they have been brainwashed, or they don't care about the facts. They just want to support the Palestinian people, right? And how many times in the last 20 years have the Palestinians been offered a two-state solution with Israel supporting it, and they've refused? Do you know how many?
I do not know.
At least 4. Once under Bill
Okay.
Clinton, and then once when
Now, why don't they want?
yeah,
Oh, because they don't think Israel should be a state. That's why they don't do it, right?
yeah, they want. That's why they scream from the river to the sea. They want to get all the
Right.
Israelis off the face of the planet so that they can take it over, right? But if you look at the history
Yeah,
of that area, Israel's been in that area far longer than the Palestinians were. So the Palestinians were introduced into that area by the Romans back in the first century because they were kicking the Jews out.
Yeah.
And they didn't like the Jews, so they wanted to bring in some foreign people to just kind of tread on their land because they know how much that offends the Jewish nation, right? So that's where they came from. The Roman government brought them in there. Prior to that, for I don't know, maybe 2,000, 3,000 years, Israel's been in the land, right?
Yes.
So it wasn't until Rome came in and took over the nation that they started disbanding it and dispersing them and bringing in the people that was not a American or not an Israeli people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And finally, you're right, Kenny. There are some people speaking out against this, and hopefully, and so my brother and I were talking about this earlier, and so they're basically brainwashing our young people in here.
Yeah.
And what they do is they get all these Muslims that they come into that think this way. All these Muslims that think this way from the river to the sea. They come into our colleges, and we're paying for their schooling, I'm sure, or maybe not. I don't know. Either way, they're in our colleges. They come friends with the younger generation of our country, and they tell them what they think the truth is. The truth is this: that Palestine, that Israel shouldn't be there, and blah blah. But like Jeff said, Israel's been there for like 4,000 years or something like that. There was a article in the Post the other day about that, how long they've been there, and they've been there for a long time. This isn't just something that happened, just something that happened. They made it a state back in 1960 something, was it?
No, it's 46. So you know why they made it a state? You know why they made it a state?
So they could survive. Because
the Germans were trying to eliminate them. They were trying to exterminate them. They were gassing them in chambers. They were killing them by the millions. They killed over 6 million Jews during World War II. And their mentality was like, well, they don't deserve to be a people anymore, right? Because God has abandoned them, right? God has abandoned them, so they don't need to be a people anymore, which is not right. If you look at the Bible, God is going to be working with the Jewish people in the end times doctrine, right? So God has not abandoned them. Jesus was a Jew. Jesus came to the planet Earth. He promoted preached the good news, right? His salvation. We have salvation through his death, burial, and resurrection, right? And he never abandoned the Jews. The Jews abandoned him. They abandoned Jesus Christ. But he said that God will come back for his people, right? And God says he will take care of his people. So there's plenty of scripture, there's plenty of prophecy about God interacting with Jerusalem, with the Jews in Israel, and the fulfillment of an Old Testament prophecy happened in 1946 when the Jews were brought back in the land and given the land. That's actually a fulfillment of prophecy. So God is not done with them, and he's going to continue working with them. We have the opportunity right now to accept Jesus Christ as our Savior and Lord, right? But he's going to come back and he's going to deal with his people. Though the Israelites are God's chosen people. You don't have to like it, you don't have to agree with it, but that's the fact. So these people are like, oh, these Israelis are terrible, or we got to get rid of them, or from the river to the sea, the Palestinians, are being oppressed. The Jews are the ones that are taking care of the Palestinians. They're the ones that are providing water, providing electricity, providing all these things for the Palestinians. It's Hamas that is treating them like scum and keeping them in poverty, right? But nobody wants to talk about the reality. Oh, the Jews are keeping them down. Did you know that when in every war that Israel has had that has fought to protect their land, when they're fighting soldiers, whether it's Hamas or Iranians or whoever they're fighting, right? Jordanians, when they're fighting these soldiers, their medics take both Israelis and the foreign soldiers and bring them back to their hospitals, and they care for them and they take care of them and they get them better, right? No nation in America in the world does that except for the Israelis. Like America, when America's at war and they're killing people left and right, they're not going into the field and like, yeah, we're getting all the GIs and all the Vietnamese because we want to take care of them. No, we're getting all the GIs. We may have occasionally gotten a Vietnamese, but the reality is we didn't take care of them. And the reality is also that Israel and the Israelis are the ones that are taking care of the people of Gaza and the Palestinians, and they're wanting them to have their own nation. They've provided them. They've opted for it. They've tried to get a two-nation state many times, and the Palestinians have refused. So that's just a reality.
And by the way, anybody, go look at a map of that area and see how small Israel is compared to the rest of the countries over there. How much space they actually have. It's tiny. It's tiny.
Yep.
And by the way, we also had a representative in our Congress say the phrase "from the river to the sea."
Rashid Tlaib.
They did censure her, but they should kick her out. They should. That's a terrorist threat, is what that is. She says it's not, but she knows it is.
It's a genocide threat. It's a genocide threat. That's not even a terrorist threat. That's a genocide threat. We just want to wipe them all out. And that's their goal. Right. They don't care about anything else.
And where is she from, by the way? Rashid Tlaib.
I think she is she's not a Palestinian. Maybe she's from Palestine. I don't remember.
I think she's a Palestinian. I think she is.
Is she?
And she came, and the refugees came to the United States. They put them all in.
Wasn't she a Somalian? Wasn't she a Somalian refugee?
I don't know.
Or no, that's Ilhan Omar. That's Ilhan Omar. Yeah, where's Rashida Tlaib from? Yeah, so you're looking it up. I'll start talking because I don't want us both looking up. Palestine. Kenny says Palestine. So.
Yeah, I thought she was from Palestine. So she has she's in our government, and this is what their plan is. Get these people over here, get them in our government so they can change the way we think. Because they can't do it the right way. The right way would be prove it to us that these people are peaceful and these people. No, we don't. We think Israel should be gone. We're going to get people. We're going to get people in the country. We're going to get them in your government, and we're going to have everybody. We're going to start speaking that river to the sea stuff, and eventually that in America they will go for it. That's what they think. Okay, but
so I just want to clarify. I just want to clarify something. So. With regards to Rashida Tlaib, she's the oldest of 14 children born and raised in Detroit, the proud daughter of Palestinian immigrant parents. Rashid made history in 2008 by becoming the first Muslim woman to ever serve in the Michigan legislature. So you got to ask yourself, why is she getting voted into Congress? And if you look at the population of the area where she's at, it's a very highly Muslim population in this area of Detroit, in Michigan. Right. And in fact, it's such a highly populated it's a highly Muslim populated area that if my brother and I walked into there, they would probably kick us out because we're not Muslims and we don't belong there. So in America, we can go into a city in America. Yeah. Snakes in the grass. Yes. So my wife said something, Israel is an independent country. They should be able to defend themselves and defend their borders. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. They people don't understand that. People like, well, October 7th wasn't that bad, or nothing really happened, or it's just blown out of proportion, right? You know, it's
Yeah.
disproportionate for the IDF to go into Gaza after the Hamas came into Israel, right? And Hamas came into Israel by both land, air, and sea, right? And there's a lot of speculation as to, you know, maybe they knew it was going to happen, maybe they allowed it was going to happen. I find that hard to believe, but the reality is it happened, and you know, they're working to get the Hamas killed. Basically, the
And-
IDF's charter is to wipe out and eliminate Hamas from the face of the planet, right? And everyone's like, well, that's like from the
that's
River
right.
Sea. No, these people
No, it's not.
want to eliminate
'Cause-
Israel, and Israel's like done with it. They've had enough. They're going to get rid of them. They are no longer going to be able to rule.
Israel does not want
Gaza
to
at all.
eliminate Palestine. Okay, what they
Right.
want to do is eliminate
Just the
Hamas.
Hamas.
Now,
Yeah.
because Hamas is a bunch of cowards and they're hiding behind the Palestinian people, there are going to be some Palestinian deaths, and I'm sorry for
Right.
that. But
Yeah.
on our last show a few weeks ago, whenever that was, you remember
It was a while
I
ago.
said I prefaced what I was going to say by anybody who has tender ears should turn this off right now, and they should right now, because if you come to my country and you rape women and cut off kids' heads in front of their parents, I am going to come after you and I'm going to kill every single one of you. And that's what they should do. Kill every single one of them. And I don't,
Yep.
and I'm not going to apologize for that, because they started this. They are
Yep.
brutal barbarians. And there's the only thing they understand is death. That's the only thing
Right.
they understand. So kill them all. Kill them all. That's the way I say it.
Yep.
We'll probably get
Yep.
kicked out for this. Uncle Jimmy says we have opened the borders for other people to come in, but we expect us to change our way of life to fit theirs. And that's bullshit. You're absolutely right, Uncle Jimmy. It brings me to a story. New York City is overwhelmed with illegal immigrants, and
Hey, they're a sanctuary
so-
city,
so they-
you know.
no, you're right. You're right. And I'm not saying that they have a gripe. I'm saying that this is the facts. The fact is they're overwhelmed. They can't afford it. Okay.
Right.
Mayor Adams is asking the rich people in New York City to pick up the slack for New York City agencies as they weather the sharp cuts because of illegals storming the city. So because they have to spend all this money on the illegals, they're cutting the schools, they're cutting the police force, they're cutting the fire department. Okay, because they don't have the money to spend, because they have to spend it on these illegals. Okay,
Right.
now this is ridiculous. This truly, you need to move out of New York. That's my first thought. Move the heck
Well, if
out
you're
of New
rich
York.
and living in New
Okay.
York and he's asking you to pay more than what you've already paid, then I would definitely get out of New York. Of course, it's
So would Johnny
hard to
Cash.
sell your it's hard to sell your property in New York City if you have property there right now and make money off of it. I'm imagining, because of the the homeless population,
Yeah, I
the
don't-
illegal
I-
population,
no, I
and all
don't-
that other stuff.
I don't think property in New York City is like skyrocketed. The rent has skyrocketed. I don't understand
Well,
why
I get
it did,
I,
but it has.
I'm really
And,
gonna go off the rails here for a second, but that is probably
There
true
we
unless your last name is Trump. Just gonna say that out loud. Your real
Yeah.
estate value is really high unless your last name is Trump. So your real estate
There you
value of being a Trump is not worth anything. You overvalued your property, and therefore we should send you to jail. So
We don't need to get into that. I don't think he should go to jail. I think he overvalued his property. Probably not to this day. This day, it's probably good, but when he made the statements, he overvalued his property, and not as much as they say he did, but he did. But he should not be prosecuted for this, because nobody
Right,
gets
but-
prosecuted for this.
but here's a
The
dilemma about what
only
here's
people who get prosecuted for this is the people who do that, and then someone loses money because of it. Okay, nobody lost any money. There's no victims here. Okay,
here's
They're
the
just-
problem with your statement. I'm gonna tell you my
There's no
perspective
problem with my
of the problem.
statement. Just so you know,
Yes,
just so you
because
know.
in
That's
his
the problem.
in his document he says, but you should do your own due diligence as to the value of this property. I'm valuing this property at $30 million. You should do your own due diligence. And that basically says this is my opinion of what the value of the property is. If you think the value of the property is less, then do your due diligence, and we'll see if we can come to a negotiation, right? But
Well,
they did come to a negotiation, and they did give him the loan, and he paid it all back with interest. And this is a mute case. It shouldn't even be there, right?
No, I agree with you. It's a mute case. I don't think that necessarily. Like if he had made that statement and then he defaulted on the loan, I don't think that statement would keep him from getting in trouble. That's my point about that. But like I agree with you that he should not be prosecuted for this. There's just no way he should. It's ridiculous. Right. It's a hit job. It's what it is. They're going after him because she wants to make a name for herself and she doesn't want him to run for president.
No one in the Democrat Party for a minute. No one in the Democrat Party wants this guy to run for president, which is amazing to me. It's like, well, wait a minute. If your guy is so strong, what do you care? Oh, he beat him last time. So if he beat him last time, what do you care? Let him run. Who cares? Let the American people decide who they want to be their president. They don't want that. They want to decide for themselves who should be the president.
So here's the thing. You got all these people, and you're right. They're scared of him to run. If you look at all the facts, you look at everything, and you look at it on a level playing field, you don't skew your vision. There's a reason why this is happening. Okay. So then you got to figure out what's the reason. Okay. They're scared of him. Why are they scared of him? And there could be a lot of reasons to that. And I don't know the answer to that, but obviously they are scared of him for a certain reason because there are just things going on here that are just ridiculous. They truly are. But I'm going to tell you, there are people on the left, and I know some of them who think this is okay. It's okay what they're doing to Trump.
Yeah.
And that's the way it is. Anyway, back to the illegals for a minute. So in New York, they made a law so that these illegals could file for work permits. Do you know how many of them had filed for work permits? There's like 130,000, I think they said, illegals in New York City right now. Do you know how many of them filed for work permits? 2%. 2%. They don't want to work. They want free stuff.
Right.
Okay? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then pretty soon they're going to, we're going to let him vote too. What the heck? What could go wrong there? Because he will go scorched earth. He knows everything now. He may go scorched earth. I don't know. He probably will because that if he gets out of this and becomes president, he's not going to be happy with those people. That's for sure. And he's the kind of person that will go after someone because he's pissed at him. He will. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that's what he is. Okay. He will go after them with a vengeance. He will, I think. But Democrats want control, which they have had, but they're losing it day by day. Finally, yeah. And the Democrats, I can't see them from where I'm at right now. I used to be a Democrat. They've gone so far. I don't even recognize them. It's right. I tell Jeff, I like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And he was a Democrat. But he was the Democrat I remember. He wasn't the Democrats that are now. And so they won't even give him. Oh, I saw a thing the other day, and Kenny saw it. I posted it, and I don't know if it's true or not, but they did a poll. If he runs as an independent, Biden runs, and Trump runs, he wins. He gets like 36%. Trump gets 33%. Biden gets 30% or something like that. It was Kenny, and I said I posted it, and I said I don't know if this is true, but he does have a following. He really does. But even then, Biden won't even give him Secret Service protection. That's ridiculous.
Well, that's because Biden's corrupt. Biden's corrupt.
He's corrupt. He's a weak old man, and he's a coward. Oh, I can't. Oh, he might take some of my votes, so I can't give him any service protection. And then what happens if he gets killed, Biden? What are you going to do then, you little pussy? Oh, I'm sorry.
Hey, you're giving President Joe Biden too much credit. He doesn't have the ability to think that much. So
he can talk to Bill Clinton about it, I'm sure.
Well, if that was the case, Robert Kennedy would be already be dead. So I'm just saying, you start messing around with the Clinton era, you end up.
Well, he would have committed suicide years ago.
twice.
Twice.
He committed suicide twice. He hung himself and then he
Yeah.
shot himself in the chest because that hasn't happened before. So
Yes, I know exactly. I know that's what you mean, Kenny Scorch. I know what you mean. He will go after everybody. He will say what everyone's doing wrong, and he will try to get them all. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I think we need a lot of new blood in our government. I really do, because I don't. It's us against them right now. It's the Republicans against the Democrats, and there's very few people in the middle, or there's very few people speaking up that's in the middle, I should say.
right.
Because the rules are, this is our leader, you have to vote with him, because if you only vote with him 92% of the time, you're either a rhino or a dino. You know what I'm saying? So there.
I've never heard you say that name before, but that is awesome. I love it. I love it. My brother here on November 19th has recommended the dinos. The dinos are here. So you know, it's interesting, the whole scorched earth idea, right? Here's what I see as a difference between if Trump goes after them and them going after Trump, right? What they're trying to do to President Trump right now in New York City is take away all the value of all his properties and make sure he never does another day's worth of business in New York City ever, period, right? So that's their attack on a guy that they don't like. I believe President Trump's attack would be like, look, you're fired. That's it. That's the end of the discussion. You're fired, right? Now, if you broke a law or committed a crime, then you'll be prosecuted for the crime. You're not going to be prosecuted because I want to make sure that you never do business anywhere ever again, right? Or I want to make sure that you never have the ability to have any other job ever again, right? He would prosecute them for the crime and convict them of the crime and then move on, right?
Yeah. So look at Jimmy says we got to get him on so that he can increase our watchers. How many watchers are you going to bring on, Uncle Jimmy?
Yeah.
2,
How come they're not here? How come they're not here right now? How come they're not here right now? So I'm just saying.
We'll get you on.
Anyway.
We'll get you on.
Yeah.
We'll get you on again.
You told us that before. You told us that before, and we have the same number of people that are visiting us. So if you really think that you can get our audience up, great. We're all the happier for it. We would appreciate that. We do anything we could to help that, and we'd appreciate it, right? But the reality is, we have an audience. Some people like us, some people don't. You know, and if you bring more, that'd be great. We have no problem with that. So
well, I don't know what you mean if you could share, Jimmy. I don't know what you mean if you could share. If you could share it on your Facebook page.
How many followers you got on your Facebook page, Uncle Jimmy? Probably shouldn't talk about that right now, but anyway. Yeah.
No, let's not get.
Yeah, let's not go down.
We'll get you back on.
Yeah, we don't have a problem bringing you on.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah. We haven't had anybody on in a while, actually. We kind of lost interest ourselves for a while, though.
Yeah. How can Trump do that mass deportation? The media and left would go crazy. Yes, they would. You know what? You know what's even crazier? You know what's even crazier? And a lot of people don't want to talk about this, but I like the statement you were saying there, Kenny, that a lot of people would go crazy if President Trump deported all these people, right? So that'd be like people be going crazy all over the place, blah, 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 right? Here's what's fascinating to me, and this is totally, you may or may not see the segue here, right? But here's what's fascinating to me. If Israel rebuilds the temple, right? So the temple right now is not built. If Israel rebuilds the temple like the Bible prophecy says, and they start sacrificing animals the way that they used to, you want to talk about the left going insane. There will be millions of animals sacrificed daily to cover the sins and for atonement of the Jews for all the people and all the things that are going on. So yes, do you think the media would go crazy if Donald Trump deported all these people? Yeah, they would go. They would go crazy.
Well, you know what I got to say to them?
Nearly as crazy. Nearly as crazy as they're going to go when Israel rebuilds the temple and starts sacrificing animals. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And I look forward to that day. It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
And here's the thing about getting rid of these illegal aliens is they're illegal aliens. They don't deserve to be here. And me and we've talked about this many times. I'm all for legal migration to the United States.
Legal migration. Yep.
Okay, legal immigration, whatever you want to call it, to the United States. I'm all
Immigration,
for it. I think, matter of fact, I think we should probably have more than we do legally. Of course, now I don't even know if anybody is coming. Now we're just letting everybody in them. Well, then we're going to make them legal.
We need to clean up some of our issues right now first. So yeah.
But anyway,
so I think they should stop all immigration right now. Period. End of sentence. Right. Put up the border walls. Stop immigration. Get rid of all the illegals and push them back into their nations wherever they came from. Right. And then start thinking about, okay, what do we do to change our immigration laws? How do we make it easier for people to immigrate and migrate into the U.S.? And then what do we do in the future? Yeah. What do we do in the future? Like, how do we grow America? How do we build America? How do we make America a number one superpower in the world again? Right. So that we are the ones that people are coming to get, manufacturing, to get development, to get technology, to get all the stuff. Why are we not pursuing that right now? Why are we importing a bunch of illegal immigrants and exporting all of our labor? Right. So there's a lot of things I think we could do, but we are definitely not politicians, and we're 6 minutes.
The time is short, and
so turn that down a little bit. I want to say something. I just want to thank God for America. Thank God for our soldiers. Thank God for our military personnel. Thank God for police officers and our first responders, our firefighters, first responders, all the nurses and doctors that take care of us with their ability and with their skills and with their knowledge. I just want to thank them and thank God for them and thank God for America. So, and thank you all for coming tonight. God bless you. Now you can blast it.
We appreciate everybody, first responders, military, all the jobs they do.
Thank you, Kenny.
Love all the
Your audio is cutting in and out, brother. Now it's time to go. Would you like to do a number with me? Would you like to? Would you like to do a